Hey tubers and pickers, it's Drew, the California Picker. Welcome back to California Pickin'. And I don't think any other picker has done a video on vintage antique glass marbles. And so let's give it a go. I'm by no means an expert at this at all. Just learning, I love to learn about stuff, new things. And so I picked up this little grouping and let's talk about them. Since I didn't really know a lot about these marbles, I actually belong to a marble Facebook group, and I urge you guys to, whatever it is you're interested in, porcelain or marbles or whatever, paperweights or anything, you can go on Facebook and check out the Facebook groups, and you can post pictures of your items, and very knowledgeable people there will help you out and identify things. I could just call these vintage marbles, but when you list them on eBay, it's better when you know exactly what you have. And it's really good to name the manufacturer if you can. And so that's what I did. I posted some pictures on this marble Facebook group. And boy, they were a little picky about my pictures. They didn't like my pictures. They weren't good enough for them. So, but they identified a couple of these marbles here. I want to talk about them. First of all, this one in the back row here, the coral and white, very cool design on that marble. And that was identified as Alley, A-L-L-E-Y. This one down here, right here, is most likely Acro. These are the manufacturer's names. The small blue one here, back in the back row, is either a Peltier, or a Kokomo. And this one is probably also an Acro, but not sure about that one. I'm not sure if they answered that one. And then this large one, which is called the shooter. I do know that. That's the shooter that you shoot the other marbles with. And that was identified as an Alley, A-L-L-E-Y. It's got a nice pattern on it. Really great color. Kind of matte finish on these. The older ones have sort of a matte finish, you guys. They're not so super shiny, So, yeah, as far as price, they can range. They can start out at $3 or $4 a piece, and they can go up. Now, the shooters are always going to be more money. So these larger shooters are always going to be more money than these smaller ones, in general, I would say. And sometimes these shooters can get really large. This one's just a small one, actually. But hey, for all my new subscribers, hit like, please. And I got more to show you. Since you're new subscribers, you probably don't know there's always going to be surprises on California Pickin', and today's no exception. Check this out, because I didn't just get those 4. I got this horde. Hoo-hoo! And some really large shooters, you guys, in the back row there. So let's first talk about this first row. This is probably these are probably the marbles that you'll run into most definitely, or most often. And these are called cat's eyes. I did know that because I did play with marbles like these. And these right here are called agates. So that's where they're opaque. You can't see into them. Those are agates. These are glass translucent marbles. I don't know if there's any other better explanation than that. And then, so these are the ones you're going to run into most often. Kind of ordinary. I don't know the name of the manufacturer of these, but I'm going to still do some research. But there's a whole horde there. Those are probably going to be your least expensive out of the whole bunch. This one, I want to point all these guys out because they're individually really pretty nice. This one's, whoa! It's the problem with doing these marble videos. These guys want to run away. So this beautiful peach opaque matte finished marble, pretty nice. That's just kind of got a little green worm in it. Next, a blue swirl, real nice. That's just a solid cobalt blue one. Sorry. This is probably going to happen some more. Just a blue one and more of these clear ones with orange and yellow. Real pretty. Some of these were made in Japan, some of them made in Germany, some were made in Murano, Italy. This one's really cool. It's got a kind of a swirly, kind of spider webby thing going on there. Give you a close-up of that one. Kind of tornado swirl in there. Again, I don't know all the names. I'm sure these all have names, and so got to learn some more about these marbles. And moving to the next row, we have some nice agates. Really nice robin's egg blue there. These are all similar or from the same lot, so I put them together. Combination of salmon and light spinach. These are really cool. They're different than all the rest. They have a sparkly, or sort of a sparkly finish. A bumpy finish with little specks. So that's probably called confetti, I would imagine. Don't know. If anyone knows more about these marbles, because I'm sure there's going to be some people tuning in, please excuse my being a novice and correct me if I'm saying anything wrong. Next, these Bumble Bees. I think these are called Bumble Bees. I don't know the manufacturer on any of these guys, except those first 5 that I showed you, identified in my Facebook marble group. Some beautiful colors. Now we get to the bigger guys. These are the shooters. These are going to always bring more money at auction. Here we have like a egg looking kind of thing. I don't know, spotted egg, speckled egg. Emerald jade green. I've seen these on eBay. These do well. Blue swirl in there. Let's get a better look at that. This one. Really nice shape in there. Looks like some kind of vegetable almost. This one, I think somebody actually applied nail polish to this one. A child probably got a hold of some nail polish. So I may try to clean that one up. Who knows? Maybe not. Then we get into the bigger guys. These are bigger. And this one is probably 1.25 inches. I haven't measured any of these, and most people measure by the millimeter. I don't have any millimeters. This one was packaged separately in this whole hoard. I have a feeling it's probably because it's a much better marble than all the other ones. Look at this one. Really great iridescence in there. Little chip there, little flaw. But all these were handmade. You can see that. That's where the glass got folded over on itself to make this round marble. Real nice. Really nice marble there. And then this Big Daddy at the end, check him out. Woo! Big guy on the block. That's probably 2 inches, 1 7/8. And if you go on eBay, you'll see the bigger ones always do better than the smaller ones. And just these guys alone, guys, this one right here, that could be something like, well, I saw a marble sell for $1,500. So I'm really not positive, but this could be a few $100 for this larger one, and this one as well, because it's so nice. It's got great color, very unique. I'm sure this has somebody's going to be able to identify these larger marbles because they are unique. Let's see. This one's kind of plain. Probably not going to bring as much. Just a clear shooter. This one, so some of these smaller ones can do pretty well too. So anyways, just thought I'd bring that to you. If you liked the video, hit like. Leave your comments. Tell your friends about California Pickin'. I also have a Facebook group, The California Picker. Go ahead and like that if you like. But yeah, that's a nice collection. I found this separately, and then I came across this hoard today. Anyway, sorry about the long video, but it's pretty cool. Go check out the prices of your vintage marbles. Some good stuff here, guys. Keep on picking. Cheers now.